Let's look at some win conditions for the Anonymous side, and it's innocent stepping up over on Mirage. He had a very quiet start to the game, but tudsoN in particular was having some impact, and he's a player that I think has been few and far between for the Anonymous side. You know, he has some of these rounds that look good, and then others that he misses some crucial shots. If tudsoN shows up here, it's essential to a Nuke win, and I'm looking forward to seeing if he's going to be able to provide that. But on the other side of things, it's degster as well for Team Spirit.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Team Spirit in terms of the T side. We weren't happy with some of the things we saw on Vertigo. I don't know if Team Spirit could be happy with what they just put down there on Mirage. And now having to start on the T side of a map that we've already highlighted that they've had issues on, I think that it's going to come down to making sure if they do get the pistol round like this, they can get the conversions, because it's not going to be enough here just to hope that Chopper can call you across the line. Flash forward, innocent ready.
Sees the shadow of Chopper is just trying to bait away the shot, but veggie and innocent taking the first 2 kills here for Anonymo. They've been good in the pistols and looking very good here. magixx and Patsi looking to recover the pistol with 2 headshots back. They might just do that, but the flank around the back from Antwerp just come in with the Julies. A nice shot from magixx, keeps the dream alive here.
Bit overzealous there from Scarish. Has actually given magixx a way back into this. Could have just had one done, played out a 3-on-1 situation, but now it's innocent and demho up against this man of magixx, who does have the bomb in his back pocket. Demho on the jiggles, just making sure he can't creep his way down the ramp position and trying to deal with the top response is innocent. He's actually putting himself in a bit of an interesting scenario here, playing outside of main, not committed to the bomb site. So magixx could walk his way in, could plant the bomb for heaven, and then set himself up to take these 2 fights with the USP equipped.
magixx does cross and actually gets away with the plant, and we've seen what Team Spirit can do if they lose the pistol but get the force bite, but they might not lose this one. magixx hanging on in that. Spirit have found another headshot, and magixx close to it. Demho now runs to the site. Bomb is not planted for magixx's position, but Demho is not sticking it. He's calling for magixx to come in towards him, and magixx is actually wrapping around the door. He goes around the corner.
Well
Demho, that's an intelligent approach to close it out.
Yeah, beautifully done there. The tap and given so much time. So faffing with the bloody door was magixx. A great opportunity for him there, but didn't plant for himself in that post-plant scenario. Makes it a little bit too tricky. I think he may have just been better off taking the fight there, but regardless, it's a team ace for Anonymo. Everybody getting a kill to get them across the line on that pistol buy. And you mentioned it, they love the force over here at Spirit, so of course we're going to see exactly that. Some Galils, some AKs, a scout is going to be in the hands of degster. Their buy is looking extremely potent here up against Anonymo, who, look, they have an MP9 for innocent, but the rest have opted to go for these M4s. So as far as it goes, it's basically a gun round in the second round of the game. And
I'm pretty sure Anonymo were realizing the fact that Team Spirit are going to get the force buy in, so investing into the rifles instead of the SMGs to just give them that chance to not get bitten back here. veggie going for a long sprint in the door. Ooh, not coming away with a pick there, but it is an upgraded weapon for innocent.
Yeah, we know how difficult it is, though, for Team Spirit, especially in that Sinners matchup to find opening. So now that they've gotten one this early, almost gifted on over there by veggie's fight that he was looking for. Can they convert in a number advantage scenario? degster's found another one back, so a 3-on-5. The scout finding success towards Yard, stepping on through. magixx will take down innocent, and this one here is crumbling for Anonymo.
tudson's only found one back, but he has to hold strong. He has to set up demho for the flank around the backside. It's another one from tudsoN, and demho has seen them come through the door. tudsoN has a bit of time to react to this, and demho, he's on the flank, and finally degster turns. That was the round in the palm of his hand, and tudsoN does everything he can. He brings down 4 players. If just one had been found on the flank, that would have been the recovery for Anonymo, but degster turns and breaks it down.
Oh, that could have been huge. You can see he was biding the time to make sure you get a multi-kill, and you can understand why. They were in such a number disadvantage situation right there. Great stuff from tudsoN. Really good work, just isolating all of these fights with the silenced M4 at the back of the site. But that turn to take the fight towards Squeaky was absolutely everything. Anonymo are going to buy back in. They're going to give it their best crack, but there's pales in comparison to what Team Spirit were just able to bring out. Scarish has pushed up nice and close. Will they account for him? Maybe not, with tudsoN up and over the top, trying to find some damage and done. Patsi gets one, innocent finding magixx elsewhere, and this round is on.
veggie needs to step up with the D. First shot, nowhere near the head. So Tetris needs to make it happen. Needs the D to land a few shots. He's trying to draw them into the fight. Actually, they will come to fight him, and that sets up innocent for the distraction to take one. But Siren doubling up with the rifle, making some space here for Team Spirit, forcing them away from the site itself. Demho is up in heaven.
Well, they know where both players are now. Scout was noted towards main, Deagle towards the heavens. Now Siren is going to plant safe side. We'll get that bomb down, the flash forward. It enables the pick, but Chopper not blind will take the head off of Demo right there, and I'm sure that tudsoN just wants to hold on to this scout now. Follow up here after the force by win from Spirit, looking good now. May even get themselves a 3-1 scoreline out of this as tudsoN spotted up, shot in the side. The silenced M4 of Chopper gets it done and takes away every last little lick of a weapon there that Anonymo were hoping to carry forward. If you take a little bit of a look at Anonymo on Nuke in recent times, it hasn't been great. Their most recent game against 0-0 Prospects was a win, but before that they had a 3-map loss streak to Cova, Trick, and Copenhagen Flames. And the Copenhagen Flames game was a 16-0. So that one ain't a scoreline that anybody wants to be taking too much of a look at. This is just going to be the pistols now. USPs aplenty. In towards the top side, magixx goes. How many can he get right here? Well, maybe Siren will snatch him away first. Patsi, Siren, degster, wow. They're doing all the dancing right now as that MAC-10 for magixx is still looking for something. It was invested. They want the cash money, and oh, shot in the back of the head. He's actually the first to fall. Veggie going to go down. Not for this world. Does get a dink on off, but converted 3-1 for Spirit. Good start for them now. Night and day already from what we saw from them against Sinners just the other day. We do still have that B stream going on as well. Bad News Eagles versus Sinners taking place on Inferno. You can see the scoreline in the top right of your screen. 9-6 at the first half in favour of Sinners.
When we talked about the fact that Team Spirit really struggled to get rounds on the T side, well, they've been given 3 here already, right from the get-go.
We'll focus on these openings, right? If they're able to find these openings still, then it will just be a whole different game in itself. And Patsi was dealt with. Remember Zedko? Remember how much of a nuisance he was? Had like 17 kills in I guess the first 7 or 8 rounds. He was absolutely sitting on a heater here.
Yeah, if I'm Anonymo, I look back at that and see if you can sort of replicate some of the moves he was getting away with, because they were just unbeatable. Team Spirit couldn't get the answer to him. Oscarish will be the outside player, but playing nowhere near as disruptive. That gives a bit of map control to play with here for Team Spirit. Oscarish giving them that control, giving them that respect. At the start of this gun round, Anonymo start to look towards ramp, 2 players over there, but they're leaving themselves open with every option still available. Utility begins to trickle towards outside. Oscarish tap warehouse, and Chopper getting caught by tudsoN. So that is Chopper out. Advantage sides with Anonymo. So the first opening goes in favor of the Poles, but Siren's been able to pull it back quite quickly, and with how quick that trade has come in, Team Spirit obviously still in here with a chance.
No, Innocent could get caught in transition here. You can see him floating with the idea of pushing on up, but has to do with ramp as well. Too many angles, too many avenues of assault for Innocent right now.
Innocent gets under the rafters now. Positions himself deep into the site, but Patsy's coming down. Patsy's coming down from decon though. That should be the death sentence. It's actually magixx that got away with it. 3v3, treading out efficiently here on the side of Team Spirit. Anonymo starting to bring themselves down into the lowest side. They realize this has to be a retake. AK going to be picked up and collected. magixx plays in the back of the B site itself. Going to peek out Khalil. Straight away onto Oscar. Such a powerful position here.
I think they want to save this. Look, they're just hanging around to see if they can find this fight. There's no kit to go back for this retake right here, and giving everything up all for naught would not be the correct decision to make. So another one here for Team Spirit. Get themselves a gun round here, and I think Siren just looking to see if he can find himself something a little bit better than a Khalil, but that might be the best he can carry forward. magixx gets himself an upgrade and might even be able to take a scalp or 2, looking to survive in the bomb site. Fantastic bomb radius here, just standing at ramp and takes all of about 10 damage, so not a whole lot to worry about for poor magixx. Doesn't even have to exit the bomb site. That is going to be 4 consecutive rounds now. Loss bonus starting to build over there for Anonymo. They could drop M4s, well, 1 M4 and a FAMAS for Veggie, because he already invested. Don't be that teammate, guys. Don't be that guy who just buys a bit of utility. I'm looking at you, Rushley Ranger.
I also gonna do that, Chad.
Well, you got to make sure you look at the money situation first, because now with the cheaper M4, you can always drop one, but they're going to go with just the 2 saved guns and some upgraded pistols. Anonymo, they need something, and they need it now.
Well, Veggie is pushed in towards Hut. It's come away with the first pick, and Veggie, he actually gets away with it. So, opening goes in the way of Anonymo.
Using these save guns well, right? Now you can reposition. Now you can try and play out the number advantage. Or you can keep these rifles active, playing in tandem, seeing if you can grab one back. Patsi puts a couple bullets near the side of the head of magixx there, just to clear on out close. And they're working towards ramp, where it is just demo here on this 5-7. He is on an island. He has no support. So 1 kill if they come his... Well, never mind. They don't have to come his way. He will call out that util. It's all a bit of a fake right now as they're coming back in towards top. Innocent's turn.
Oh, Innocent.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he's going to get chased down. Patsi will take out Innocent. So we're back at the 4v4. But
Demo's so noisy, man.
Yeah, you use the big boots, man. They're going to make some noise. He has to drop away.
He's still here. He might be able to shut this down at Squeaky tudsoN as well.
tudsoN. AK needs to sing. He needs to sing the song of death. And it's his own song of death because he's out of the round. Patsi quick to the headshot. Veggie sits at the back of the site and they start to run him down. They're going to fight from the left side. It's one for Veggie. Couldn't quite double up, but still damage has been done onto 2, and so the D becomes a bit more potent even to the body. Swish gets shredded. magixx will not miss those too often. And Demo now under half HP will begin to come back from ramp. All the way towards main on the wrap around. 5-7 in hand. There's a better gun down in front of him, but not going to be getting it. So
look at that rusty knife.
It is rusty, isn't
rusty looking bloody karamba right there.
If you get stabbed by that, man, well,
you need a tetanus shot.
You need a tetanus shot if you don't die.
Yeah, so you're probably dying and you have tetanus. Either way, I don't think it really matters here as we get to see him just traverse the whole map here at ramp, pushed up in a radio, drops on back, walks around main, comes all the way around towards T-spawn and might have a kill or two right here. Chopper says no, 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 grabs the 5th round, and Spirit, this is the best they would have looked since the start of Vertigo. Remember how they started Vertigo? It was looking tidy, they were making some good reads, some good calls. They were able to punish the buys of Anonymo, and then they turned into some faster Counter-Strike, and that's where the game really heated up, and we found ourselves 16-14 all the way. So let's see what type of calling comes out from Chopper on a map like this, because it's been a little bit slower so far. Yeah, this has definitely been a little bit more considered, though, from him. As a timeout now called from Anonymo before they get the guns back through. An AWP in play for tudsoN. The rifle's out for everybody else, so it is a full buy. An opportunity to try and get themselves back into this game. Now, this isn't like Mirage. On the T side of Mirage, it was their map choice, and they were struggling, and they get 11-4. And then they get to go to the CT side, and they get to bring it back on their map choice and have confidence in their CT setups and their individuals like Innocent coming alive. This is the CT side of Nuke first. The T side not going to get any easier.
Yeah, and you've given 5 up already. The best they can get out of this is a 10-5 half. See if they can muster close to that at least. tudsoN opens things up with degster's life going the way of his AWP.
He's been getting better and better tudsoN as the series heats up, and Veggie just straight on in, takes down Patsi, down the vent he goes, and wants to poke his head up for some more. This time round for Anonymo, they find the kills necessary to lock this one out. Chopper from top silo, can't get anything done. It's just magixx over towards Squeaky, the last man standing. And this is more of what we remember against Sinners. Just getting obliterated, not getting a pick, not getting an opportunity. Having to sit on back and just twiddle their thumbs.
Difference was that happened every round. We'll see if Team Spirit go down in a similar fashion in the next. They have a lot of money here, so their buy is going to be good nonetheless. Siren's the only player that doesn't have a lot of cash. A good buy. And for Anonymo, it's fantastic they win it in this fashion as well, Jack. Imagine if they lose 3 players or 3 or 4 players. You go into this round, next round, you try and buy. You're not going to have enough to get a good buyout, and Team Spirit will immediately have a purchase, even if you win the round. So
yeah, they're still in that rough spot,
they
right?
have to keep it clean.
This is one of the pivot points in a game here. And it's just with the finances, which makes it a little bit more boring because we don't all want to be accountants, but it is very important to keep that in mind. magixx will have just been spotted there, so they still know he's over towards lobby looking for a kill or two. But you bang on, right? Because if Anonymo aren't able to put consecutive rounds together, it becomes extremely worrying. And I think that magixx wants to get away with this AWP. He doesn't really need it. They have so much money right now. It's just Siren who's going to be a little bit hit and miss in that regard. He will scoop it up. Get plenty of guns dropped across, no dramas to make the buy work into next for Siren. degster will get his AWP, and well, the round will come to its logical conclusion. So this time around, a much better look from Anonymo here, but this is the beginning of something. We've already seen them be able to come back into a game, but the comeback needs to begin now.
Really does. We can see another round like that. Ooh, that gets exciting. Also gets a little worrying, because Spirit obviously showed us that they can sometimes go missing on the T side. 5 already picked up. They've got to feel good about it. They can snap back right into a round win here. It's going to be scary times for Anonymo. Utility heading towards outside for Team Spirit. Quickly, look at that. Smoke wall already up. Door blasted open. And magixx in the fire, tickled and forced away.
Yeah, very deep incendiary drop there. See this smoke wall that's lobbed on out.
It's a lot of smokes.
Yeah, that's combining with a CT smoke, I think it was, close towards red. Unless that's all T
I think
smokes.
it's all T smokes.
There's all T smokes? They've dropped 4 smokes just to get the secret control. Okay.
I think they messed one smoke up and then had to use another.
Oh dear, well you never love to see it go down that way. So 1 remaining right now for the side of Team Spirit, but they do have the control of secret with 1 man and 1 man only. It's Patsi down towards the lower side of things. Currently denied by some smokes, but could come back on up because it's looking like they want to go for a bit of a top play. They're hoping with this misdirection that has been allowed that the push from the CTs would be in towards lobby right here, right now. Not a whole lot of anything going on. It's just hitting the brakes, taking their time. Very deep smoke there for magixx. I think he was concerned that there might have been a gap with how deep that one did land.
Selecting which utility piece he wants here, innocent. Better not be a scroll wheel selector of utility. Flash starts to go in through the skylight, but 30 seconds remain. Team Spirit starts to run towards the ramp. Perhaps trying to split with Patsi, who plays towards secret early. Trying to get down ramp, and magixx has actually taken away innocent's life. Missed shot from tudsoN. Has to alleviate position. This is starting to get a bit worrying now for Anonymo. Another player. Oh, a follow. Goes down, it's veggie on the lower side, and degster just adding to the tally here for Team Spirit. Has to be a save call.
Yeah, that was really well done. There was no information whatsoever from Anonymo, right? They didn't take the fight at secret at all, so they weren't sure how many players were there. Then once the top pop comes on in, there's a lot of utility to make that one look threatening. And then they're able to find the gap towards ramp, because I think veggie wants to get in the vent to make sure he can rotate top as quick as you like. And once they rotated the second man back from ramp to try and bolster the defenses towards that top side, you can see tudsoN had to just sit and wait behind a Molotov. That meant he couldn't pick wide and take some more advantageous fights for him. So well handled, just really pulling them around the map here, Spirit. These saves are essential right now. And make sure that Anonymo gets the purchase into the next, which they should be able to do without too many qualms. Needing to think late game right now or Anonymo, and it's still early. This is the thing, right? They're playing for future rounds at the moment. Maybe having to go out and seek for those fights again. This is a chance for Anonymo to take a timeout. Their second being called right now. And they need to go look for a kill or two, or see if they can just put a number disadvantage for Spirit, because if that's the way Spirit want to approach the game, you can only really get away with that when you have 5 players alive. Right, if you're down in a number disadvantage situation, it's not going to be anywhere near as scary. When they fake out the top pop, it's not going to draw all those rotations, draw all the eyes. You're not worried about the onslaught that's coming your way. You think your teammates in the top site can handle, you know, those fights with lesser members.
Starting to see more of that frustrated look on the faces of Anonymo that we've seen earlier on. They have seen that comebacks can happen, and they've seen that they have the goods to do it. So the belief system is put in place. Now they just need to pull it off. Team Spirit will be happy with the start they've got already, but they want to try and squeeze as much out of this as they possibly can. Innocent plays up on top of the site itself. They're going with this one, Team Spirit. They're charging out. Siren straight away takes out Innocent, who tried to descend from the upper position into the back of the site, but it's just been taken out. And veggie on the smoke fadeaway has been spotted and watched by Chopper. And just like that, Team Spirit straight away with 2 kills. And the round's done.
Yeah, I have to go for another bit of a save here.
Save time.
Yeah, everywhere, Jame time, and he's not even in the server right now. So
living on.
What are you meant to do, though, right? If you can't win out those early exchanges and they just get on in, you can't risk giving it all up. You haven't even done any damage. Like, Siren's the lowest player here, and he has 83 points of health. It's very, very easy now for Spirit to just confirm this 7th round. And I don't think Chopper even needs to call for the hunt, right? You know that they're in this cycle right now where a couple of guns saved is going to mean a full buy into the next, but you're getting away with whatever you want, right? If they're going to play the gun rounds out in this fashion, it's all good. Yeah, that's all good. We can keep beating this. We are. Go off, round to be secured, and this is looking fantastic now. Now, is this the point of where Chopper just starts calling outside the box? Are we gonna go back to Vertigo, you know, and then Anonymo come back into it? It turns it into another full affair of the 30.
Chopper's T rounds sometimes can be mesmerizing, but right now I feel like he's got to learn the Vertigo matchup. When it's going right, just keep going. You know, there's nothing here to change up too much. Wait till Anonymo shows signs of adaptation. Maybe they found the answer to it. tudsoN is going to go aggressive this time. He's taking up position in ramp and looking to try and catch them out early, but Team Spirit, they look to try and play with a bit of pace behind this again.
Oh,
Chopper's been taken down, he's missed his chance, and they're now going. Spirit are going already, they're in the side already, and they're taking out Veggie from the round.
Oh, this time they're doing a bit more damage here, and they have util to play for this retake here. Bunch of smokes, couple of flashes.
Oh,
no.
degster was holding up from the top of the ladder, and that's going to be the pick down onto tudsoN.
Save again.
And the save call made again. Oh, this is rough. If you keep saving 3 players, yes, you'll be able to keep buying, but look at the money for Team Spirit.
Yeah, it has to change, right? They can probably have one more round like this, and then after that it needs to change from Anonymo, because you can only play for future rounds so often, because those future rounds aren't going to exist in too much time, right? You need to give yourself opportunities into that second half. It is frustrating. It is hard to stomach, but it's the right call to make just now. But it might even be after this round that it begins, because Spirit have won out the half now. 8 are confirmed. There's 6 rounds to the good. And you know how much this one is going to hurt for Anonymo as well when they consider how close they were on Vertigo. Imagine getting blown out right here, right now, knowing that Vertigo could have been yours. You could have won on your map choice.
So the heartbreak from Group A of Europe was obviously Saw. But the heartbreak in this group might just be for Anonymo.
Just with the opponents, right? Maybe not in the same way of Jame getting that last second,
that,
0.02
that's
second
emotional
defuse.
damage right there.
Yeah, you won't walk away from that one here, but more so because Anonymo have had a harder run. They've played against bigger and better teams, but at the same time, if you can't beat Spirit, then maybe, just maybe, that's the way the cookie should crumble.
In times like this, though, you really do get to see whether or not they have that championship mentality. They should have come back. Round 2, and they dig deep again. 8-2 start here for Team Spirit. Update for the B stream on your screen now.
Ooh, close one over there.
Very close. Sinners up by 1 round. It's quick here again from Team Spirit. Pace has been the ball over the recent round, and Patsi straight away has the opening of the round here for Team Spirit, and they're quick about it. Demo is taking out magixx. tudsoN's down in the vent, but Veggie once again is out without doing much.
Chopper's already around to heaven here.
It's so strong, and he's ready for the pick. Demo considered it, but loses out the fight.
I don't think you can save now, can you? Look at the position of Innocent and tudsoN. tudsoN down towards the lower side of things, Innocent towards that CT event, and they were peppering towards that top side. They were getting over those top players, and now they completely changed the tune. They go quick towards Yard. They swell quite quickly towards that heaven and hell position. Innocent is going to get one back. Chopper is on half HP. The same to be sent for degster here. tudsoN's trying to put himself in the play. He knows he has to. They know where both players are, however.
There has to be some mega step up here, but the problem is they've spotted the gap. Chopper's away down to the B site. Gonna call for the rest of his teammates to join him back in from ramp. Smoke goes down to the decon door. Quick rotation down here for Anonymo. Close, and a headshot for Chopper. Right through the brain of tudsoN. It's now just Innocent left.
Has to go for this.
He has to. You have to attempt it. But winning the round, it still feels unlikely. But let's see if Innocent can power himself up. Chopper holds the right-sided peak. Innocent goes into it, and the first obstacle is too much to get past Chopper with the headshot. 9 rounds now for Spirit.
That was a good adjustment on the call right there, right? Because they had made them think that we have to play heavier top. We have to shut down these top plays. So you put more bodies in position to deal with that, and then Heaven becomes extremely susceptible. They just fly around outside. They get the opening kill. They surge forward. They swell towards that Heaven and Hell position. They stifle the CTs who don't think they can go forward. They can't go backwards. They lose out on the fights. At least they can buy again. Purchases are coming on through again for a perfect buy. Util's there, kits are there, and now it could just be back towards A. Squeaky blown on open, and degster just swings it wide, says hello Veggie, and grabs them another opener here. Could be 10 rounds on the T side of Nuke for Spirit if they can convert this one.
Well, Patsi does very well. Follow up on that again. Anonymo have not been in this. They've not been able to compete in the early rounds. It's actually what we talked about as potentially a weakness for Team Spirit is being the opposite. It's been a weakness for Anonymo. They haven't been able to get openings too often, and when they do, they don't exactly maintain them. The trade for Team Spirit has been good. And now when you're when you're 5v3 up, you can play wherever you want. You're going to be the numbers advantage. You can then just take your time, place utility. No sweat on your brow on this one. Innocent's going to try and make you sweat towards the back of the site. He's only managed one. Flicks out to try and take down the second. Does soften him up and allows Demo that peek out to confirm the kill back, but still the advantage here for Team Spirit.
These rounds just seem so insurmountable. Like, how are you meant to get back in? The flash, you're not going to play off of it. They all just get to sit and linger. You've got 2 players up towards heaven now. They're still in towards that top side. The bomb is surely going to get planted any second. It will go down. They're out of util, at least to crowd control, right? They have the flashes here on degster. There's a flash on the other side that you've just mentioned. And how are you meant to get back into it? You have to find 3 targets. The bomb's already been planted now for about 10 seconds.
You just have to go.
And you can't, though.
Yeah, it's so rough. Like, you just had to go and fight, but you can't really get into position to do so. It's a frustrating game here for Anonymo. And this is not the way they would want to go out of contention, but here they go. In towards the heaven peak. Chopper gets the double kill. 10 rounds picked up for Spirit. Well, fist bumps is there, just systematically destroying the Polish side of Anonymo now. And the buy will start to come through again. We look at Anonymo, it's
whatever they can buy. Yeah, whatever they can buy. Just purchase in. Just purchase in every round from here on out. You've already lost 10 to the T side of Spirit. And look at this. Look at how Patsi was. They win the pistol, they lose the force. And that's about it. That is really about it. They do not have a lot to write home about now. The only round that they were able to pick on up with the guns, they found just opener after opener. This is looking really good for Spirit now. And this conversation goes one of 2 ways, right? It's hard to get excited for Anonymo when they're not even like they're in any of these rounds. Every single early fight that they lose is putting them 1 step closer to losing this series. You got Ascarish now outside behind the smokes. That means there's only one way that you can look at this. Spirit, fantastic performance for them. Just putting up absolute numbers, ripping this away from the Polish side of things. Team Spirit, 6 rounds away now from locking themselves in for that major. What a miraculous performance this has been. How much more punishment can they dish on out here? They want to deny Anonymo any hope whatsoever. But getting yourself a 13-2 scoreline on the T half would do exactly that. You would shatter the hopes and dreams of many Polish fans around the world here. Anonymo, there's no way that they can come back from a scoreline like that. You give them 5, maybe you let them feel that they can live for a little bit longer. This yard control has been taken. Window, main, smoked off. Chopper over towards Secret now as well. Veggie to deal with this, and Patsi, he will consider before going on through. The pressure is over towards ramp, however.
Dolly towards Hell. Those 5 that they needed the half, they need to start now. But Siren takes down Demo and tudsoN. Oscar is trying to get around the backside, but it's even being held, and degster's got that to Spirit. Commit down into Vegu, gets a double, but they're ready for the rest, and Team Spirit will take 11 rounds. It's feeling like this is the end for Anonymo. It really does.
Yeah, they have to buy again. Every round now, max loss bonus 3,400. Whatever kills you get, are going to give you residual cash, but you just have to keep buying. You've got to keep purchasing. You have to make these hobbled buys work. It's so difficult now to see how they could possibly get back into this. What a deflating way to end their run here for Anonymo, but for Spirit, this is good signs, right? They're showing some competency.
Yeah, it didn't look that great when we first seen them here on the T side.
Not at all.
But this is different. This is an antithesis of their performance. And now they're out. Innocent plays on top up. But look at the speed. Look at the kills. No one's even standing tall for Anonymo. Nothing's connecting. It's round after round just getting destroyed. And it's looking like Team Spirit taking 13-2 half at this point.
Yeah, this is the deflated look that Anonymo came across when they were against Ents. They were just getting beat. And I think they knew they were just getting beat, that there was nothing that they could do. The coach can't take a timeout. There's nothing that they can say. There's not a conversation that they can have. This one is...
degster and Chopper at max money. Just kind of like everything you're seeing right now tells you exactly how this game is panned out without even providing context to it. It has been that one-sided. It has just been an absolute battering of Anonymo on the final map. And it is sad to see because we have that big comeback over on Mirage. Anonymo pulled all the way back. Should inspire you with hope. But perhaps they can do it, perhaps they can qualify for the major, but Team Spirit to come out with this performance, you've got to hand it to them. Team Spirit, this is an incredible showing so far.
Things are going to get harder for any of the teams qualifying for the major in a couple of weeks' time. We're going to have the Challenger stage into the Legend stage, and of course that Championship bracket to bring you the playoffs. 4 days, 4 days, and 4 days of action as we get into a bit of a lobby crunch. This is the best that they could hope for right now to take the fight to Team Spirit. The kills are coming their way. Veggie's got a couple demo there as well into magixx, and it is just Patsi left in 1-on-3, but Patsi could ruin everything. What looked good for a moment is already a 1-on-1.
Not their 3rd round. Everything looked good and pointed towards 3-10 to half, but Innocent looking to stop it.
Oh!
Oh, Patsi closes it with one bullet, and you can see the little smirk as he knows what he's just done. That round should be enough now to nail into the coffin of Anonymo.
Yeah, they have to be crushed. They just have to be absolutely crushed here.
Yeah, you can just see the energy is non-existent there for Anonymo. And I think,
how could it be?
Yeah,
it's the
there's nothing
CT
to get
side.
hyped about.
What can you do now? What can you do right now?
Yeah, you look at performance so far from Anonymo. They have shown strong signs, at least in the openings, but it looks like their run will come to a close. The hands of Team Spirit, who are coming back with the new roster. I think mainly the narrative with this team is it's just worse, right? That a lot of people thought about that just being a worse team than they had the last time out at the majors.
Yeah, not having Mir is a massive blow, but obviously there's a reason he's no longer in this team.
And Young, of course, not with them at the moment either. So, yeah, this Team Spirit side, they've got to do it with some youngsters, and I think they've done a pretty good job. It's going to be a pistol here from Anonymo. See if they can get a decent start into it. It is degster taking the first kill onto tudsoN. And while it's just falling apart already, Team Spirit cleaning it up. Just one player left of Innocent. He goes down as well. 14 rounds for Team Spirit. It's a formality at this point to close out the map in the series and lock themselves in for the major.
It truly is. It truly is. I like the reserve nature from Anonymo, not just a force buy here. I actually respect that. The fact that they are still going to either go by a game plan or at least they're allowing the in-game leader to call out this next round of play. But here's the deal. If they're eco now, they're going to bring out the AKs into the next. They've taken their final timeout, the final chance the coach can try and fire up the troops to get them something. But can you imagine the type of comeback that's going to be necessary here? If they take the full save, they'll be conceding 15. The scoreline will be 15-2. They will need to win 13 consecutive rounds to get this into overtime. That is just to get to overtime. And the deflated look, you can understand why. What are you meant to do right now? You've had your chances. You've had your opportunities. Anonymo started off this event with an upset over G2.
And we're so close to closing Vertigo. On the opening of this series, they closed Mirage. This could have been a 2-0 for the Polish team. But when you miss up opportunities, when you miss the little details that we've seen so many times from them versus Ents, where they could have made it competitive, now versus Team Spirit in the Deciders matchup, those details make the difference in Counter-Strike, and Team Spirit have just been better at it today.
They've actually taken the save. I thought that maybe they would decide to just go for the force and get it over with here, but still sticking to their guns here and just absolute mincemeat. degster lines him up, knocks him down, eco bash, ace. If it wasn't bad, it's really rough out there now.
degster, that is so clean. You know, it is against pistols, but it's just so clean on the closer. But this was all about the timeout. The timeout was used up to get something going in this round. The first step of at least making the scoreline respectable on the way out. A bit more server time here for Anonymo, but Team Spirit should be moments away from qualifying for the major in Antwerp. Utility is quick here for Anonymo. They've got Oscarich down the vent. He's got his teammate beside him. They've slipped the net and got down B here.
Maybe a plant. No rotation B just yet. There's a kill too.
Yeah, Siren's gone down here. magixx rotates down now, but the bomb's already down. 2 players in the site here for Anonymo. 3 upper.
Could be an extension of play here. Could be the 3rd round for Anonymo. I think that maybe even Spirit were just... Yeah, I think Spirit have already called it off. Spirit are already saving. So they do get their 3rd round, but this would be the beginning of one of the craziest comebacks that I think that I would have ever witnessed in all my years watching CS. I've been watching CS since 2004. So,
quite a while, Chad.
Quite a while.
This could be the historic moment. Well, Patsi has been found. magixx and degster. Rifle gun over, even on the way out. tudsoN just go down, and he doesn't have a whole lot of cash, actually. So, buy is going to be thrown over to him, I'm sure.
Well, they can drop 2 guns over there for Spirit as well. degster can get out the AWP here. Able to drop 2 M4s across. Their buy is going to be fine. But that is the beginning of what is no easy feat. Absolutely no easy feat. And look, the only way that I think that this even starts to become a game is if Anonymo can string a few together, then Spirit, you know, they have a couple of blunders and Spirit start getting in their head. But when you have such a lead like this, you wonder how it could be possible. Even just starting to think about running back 13, now 12 consecutive rounds. It would be wild. Well, here's a chance. There's another opening kill. Patsy's dead. 4v5 again.
Patsi has cleaned it up nicely. Siren gonna dive down in towards hut. Demo with one. Siren trading it out. Still looking good for Anonymo, but it's pulled back now. magixx's kill, but Anonymo spot everything. It is degster down to 24 HP. He's going to save the AWP. And another round for Anonymo.
Okay, 2 consecutive. Better than they were able to do over there on that first half. So, round after round, we will see how far they can truly push the issue here. If you're curious about how it's going over there on the secondary stream, 14-14 seems like a bit of a barn burner for them.
Yep. Looks like that one is truly hotly contested between the Sinners and the Bad News Eagles. Sinners are pulled away to 14 rounds. Bad News Eagles staying in it, showing tenacity and grit determination to stay in their competitive spot. I think a lot of fans, very passionate fans, backing the side of Bad News Eagles today to make their way to the major. Bomb will go off here in our series as Anonymo now take 2 rounds in a row. degster did save the AWP. Chance here for a few more rounds for Anonymo to be picked up. Turn to the action in just a moment.
Curious to see if they do want to go for the buy around degster here.
Should be a tactical timeout here for Team Spirit. Just taking the time over this one, mulling over what is possible to get into this next round. What can they pull through? Can they close it now? And through the heads of Anonymo, I think right now, probably racing through the heads is the run they've had here at the event, all their big performances, or maybe even the details they missed out on and how many chances they had. But it is a tough situation to be in. Over on the other side of things, the secondary stream seems to be heating up.
It's quite lively over there, isn't it?
We have got Bad News Eagles pulling ahead. If you want to catch that action, that's on PGL_CSGO. You can actually watch it in the multi-view as well now, Chad, so that's pretty cool. Yeah,
a couple of nice little features here to get tested and ready and raring to, I think, unveil in its full force for the major.
Well, we're back into the action. Here is the round for Team Spirit. It's pistols around that of the saved AWP of degster. And he's actually decided he wants to position himself in hut for this round. Magixx takes the first kill. They pushed into lobby here, Team Spirit. The USP, or rather 5-7, has moved its way forward.
He's hearing a lot here, Siren.
He is. He's hearing a lot, indeed. Oh, he gets into the fight. Demo beats him out. 2 kills now for Anonymo.
Oh, degster would have to be an absolute hero with this AWP, wouldn't he? Has a chance now. Oof, okay, he doesn't need to take the chance. magixx will. It's the USP striking, and that's a deep smoke. magixx will actually be able to push on in here and pick up that gun. Okay, starting to piece something together right now.
Yeah, this could be a chance for Team Spirit to close it out. magixx had that opportunity, but gets caught. Demo removes his head. Now degster goes forward into the fire and flames. He will come out alive. And Chopper, USP in hand, really shouldn't be doing too much against the rifle of Innocent. Trying to just be
kept it busy.
Bit of a weasel, isn't he? He does get away. degster's down the vent too. Chopper's joining him. He's got a 5-7. degster's going to hear the plant on the site. Can't swing out to deal with it. Control room window's not broken. Chopper's from decon. The door is smoked for the time being. How do you get into this? Look at the angles being held from the T side. Flash needs to be set up perfectly. Swing out. It is. But Demo hits the headshot. degster can't really get into a position to compete here. Doors wide open, shot, they know I have pinned. tudsoN runs into him with AWP, trying to take him out, goes for the knife! Oh, I love that from tudsoN, but hasn't worked out.
Yeah, look, why not? Why not give it a crack like this? You knew that it was going to be going down with a ship right there. It's a nice little attempt, but not to make the most out of that saved AWP just yet. A couple of kills, sure. But this matter of time game now, well, it's now a 15-5 scoreline.
Well, here's another buy for Team Spirit.
Yeah, no AWP for degster this time.
No. But rifles out. Proficient enough on that, degster. Chopper gets into the vent immediately. Smoke's been set up for Anonymo. Set one outside. Actually got to play with that first smoke, in fact, and way out towards red. Chopper, this is why he got down the vent early. So he could go for that secret peek and has come out with the first kill of the round. So advantage starting with Team Spirit now and Anonymo. To stay alive, they've got to play out of 4v5.
Looks like a top split here. Vegi's going to throw a lot of utility from the roost. They need to make this action work in through main.
Squish plays in the smoke. It's Demo that's found the pick back. So we're again at the 4v4.
Patsy's going to be in the open here when the smoke fades.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for Patsi to really make something happen. Oh, he still gets away with a pick. Oscarish should have had him dead to rights easily there. One kill might make the difference. magixx coming up towards Heaven. As soon as he arrives at the top of the ladder, the molly goes down and makes it uncomfortable, so he can't stick around with two up there. And tudsoN, Chopper coming up the vent, trying to apply some pressure onto the AWP. Just running up and down the ladder, trying to pull the distraction. magixx able to come through, but it's Chopper and him both going down, and degster unable to close it. 6 rounds now for Anonymo.
Okay. Well, they're battling back in. They're not giving up hope yet. Round after round. Maybe there is a little bit left in the tank here.
Look at the buy here for the side of Team Spirit, but Bad News Eagles have taken the victory over Sinners.
Okay, well, that's major qualification for them there, and heartbreak for Sinners on the other side all the way. On Inferno, 16-14. I think they had a 14-11 lead at one point within that game.
Yeah, Sinners always seem to miss out just by the finest of margins, don't they?
Yeah,
remember back to the last RMR, they were very close to qualifying too, ended up losing out on that. Chopper, quick play in towards lobby. It's one for magixx, but the rest of the kills will go the way of Anonymo. magixx to get away with a pick, but that is it. 7 rounds for Anonymo. 5 in a row now as they go on fire.
This is one of those situations right now, if you're looking at it for the side of Spirit, that maybe they want to get aggressive. Maybe they want to decide to just go for something a little bit more push-heavy with the rifles. I know we just saw them get away with it, or attempt to get away with it with the pistols there. But you have so many rounds to work with. One of the last things that you'd want to happen is get down to, say, like 15-12, and then you haven't exhausted those options, and then you start pushing and doing those aggressive maneuvers late, and it's going to be a lot more expected. Right now, you're in a position where you can throw everything you want, right? You can throw any little look, any little change-up, any little crazy maneuver. You think, oh yeah, we just need one more round. Oh, here we go. There's an opener for Chopper, but the triple boost coming on in.
It's being assembled. tudsoN sent up to it, but no one there with his cross out. Like I said, every time you see this, you're always moving. So the shot, in general, you're either going to miss or you're going to hit the leg shot. But it does get info, at least, something.
I'm sure magixx, from his position on the rafters, just they've probably heard the scoping as well. So probably having a good idea of what they were looking for. Smoke wall to be deployed right now. They are down in a number disadvantage here, so can't make any more foot faults. Anonymo, if they want to get another round on the board, it's not going to be easy to do. Time now slowly trickling past. 1 minute left on the clock. The rotation's coming in right now with Squeaky. Will just be smoked on off, peering on through. Patsy's not going to see a whole lot. It's going to be on Chopper. And look what he's got in his hand. A bit of a smoke here for Chopper to deny this on the slither gap. Ready to smoke on any point of contact. That's going to buy a lot of time. Chopper's just going to deploy it now. And look, they're stalled behind this. Can we go forward? Do we have to go back? And if we go back up towards top for a bit of a split situation, time is going to be of the essence here. 35 seconds remaining.
30 seconds. That's all that's left in the round for Anonymo to try and stay alive. Come down secret, innocent. Sending the molly team around the back of the stairway, but Patsi, another kill, perhaps set up. Patsy's got it. It's just Oscarish and tudsoN. 1 kill left. On towards Oscarish, who gets the double, but the time is gone. Team Spirit will go back to the major. They will return with some new faces, but they're heading to Antwerp. They've locked it in. And for Anonymo, it is not their time. Poland will have to wait for another major before they see the return of a Polish side.
Yeah, fantastic stuff here. Obviously, the trio of Chopper, degster, and magixx happy to head on back, but for Patsi and Siren, a great opportunity.